Hi, I'm Constance Wilson. Let me tell you a little story about how I was disowned by my mother, thanks to her criminal for a new husband. It all started when Dad divorced Mom when I was still in elementary school.
See you, and your snot-nosed brats, never.
I had 3 younger siblings, 2 brothers and 1 sister. Our times were hellish, but nonetheless, I always tried to help support our family. During my middle school years, my mom brought home a new guy. A guy who'll one day ruin my life. Dun, dun, dun. At first, Max was once a kind and loving man towards me, giving me all the nice clothes, toys, and goodies I ever wanted, helped me with my homework, and even taught me how to ride a motorcycle. But lately, let's just say that he can make Tex Avery's big bad wolf look like a saint, by taking my trust for granted.
Hey, Constance, I'm gonna do something to you you'll never forget until you're at least 50.
I was 15. But even then, I understood damn well he's a total pig. That happened several more times before. So in hopes of my mom believing my word, I told her everything that transpired between me and Max.
Shut your extremely ungrateful bratty pie hole, Connie. Why the hell should I believe that, after everything Max has done for you? For that, you are hereby banned from this house.
But Mom...
But nothing. Be gone, forever. I don't care where, just go.
And with that, I ended up not only homeless, but familyless too during my freshman year in high school. And it's all Max's fault. I was begging for scraps on the streets, sleeping in parks and alleys, etc. And I figured I'd stay like that for the rest of my life, but then...
Pardon me, kid. Unfortunately, there's no sleeping on the park bench. Don't you have a home to go to?
Actually, no. I've got disowned 3 weeks ago and I've been homeless ever since. I got nothing else to lose, so I decided to tell Constable Jackson everything. And that made the woman furious.
That's disgusting. How could they do this to a cute young girl? Don't worry, sweetheart. You can live with me and my husband.
Constable Jackson and her husband have been trying for kids for many years with 0 luck, so it's a given for them to adopt me as their own. They sheltered me, let me continue my education. And I could have my friends over as much as I wanted because they were no trouble to them at all. And to that, I bless them. And now, 15 years later, I have a hubby and 4 beautiful children. And I'm a very happy human being. And I'm definitely grateful to First Lieutenant Jackson and Second Lieutenant Hammer for giving me a chance to be the daughter they never had. And speaking of which, I'm on the phone with them right now.
Hey, sweetheart. You won't believe what just happened today. You remember Max, right? The very guy who got you kicked out in disowned?
Unfortunately, I still do. First Lieutenant explained that Nano and Helen witnessed him beating the living crap out of a young man. She quickly hid behind the young man's car. Before she knew it, the poor guy was seemingly bleeding and was close to passing out. But that psycho never stopped even when he was asked to. I wonder if he has some sort of vendetta against him. Anyways, Nano took a picture of the evidence while Helen called her and Second Lieutenant Hammer. When Max tried to flee, he bumped into her and Hammer.
You, sir, are under arrest.
I was wondering if you want to see him next week in court.
To be honest, I've been meaning to have a word with that bloke for 15 years, so I readily agreed. The guy's family got very angry when they learned about the situation and quickly sued Max for hundreds of thousands of dollars. To give some context, Jay, which is his name, was the new employee working under Max. It seems he had been bullied by Max for a while because their bosses preferred him. He was heading to a cafe to discuss the latest project, which turned out to be a straight-up lie. And you know the rest. And that's how Max turned out to be the suspect.
There he is, let's get him.
Cheese and crackers. I get that Max is far from a saint, like super far. But I can't believe he would go thus far as to beat someone nearly to death just because he hates them. It'll obviously help them better if they have a witness and tons of proof. So that's when me, Nano, and Helen come to play. Jay deserves justice.
Justice for Jay! For Jay!
For Jay!
Go, Troublebusters!
We visited the man's wife, mother, son, and mother-in-law and promised to be their witness. Nano handed them the proof before they thanked us.
My. With all this evidence, we'll be sure to give Jay's boss some serious hell. Thanks, miss.
I don't know how, but my ex-mom Patsy caught wind of this and she was pissed. She went to my bakery to cause a scene.
You there! I heard you'll be testifying in court next week. You dare say something funny, and I'll make sure you never see your kids again.
Shut up, old lady. You're not my mom anymore, so I can do whatever the duck I want, even if it means making sure Max loses more than his job. So are you gonna buy something, or just stand there, cause there's a holding up the line fee?
Yeah, ma'am. Hurry up and leave.
The day of the hearing came, and me, Nano, and Helen courageously walked into the witness box to let out the truth. And when we showed the video to the judge, the evidence was clear. Max was obviously guilty of assault and battery.
That does it. I hereby sentence Mr. Max 40 years in our maximum security prison. Case dismissed.
Damn it! Damn it! This is so frustrating!
That criminal's full name is Maxwell the Madman Shadowski. He's been harassing people everywhere for so many years now. But thanks to you three, he'll be suffering the direst of consequences for a long, long time.
Well said, my darling daughter. We've been trying to catch this man for 20 years.
Wow, so that means Max has been on the run since before he and Patsy got married? And just last week, my siblings, who I haven't seen since the day I got chucked from my family, paid us a visit. At first I thought they were going off on me and the girls for ratting you-know-who out and putting him in jail. But then they pulled us in for a tight group hug and in happy tears.
We heard about how you saved our good friend Jay from our trash bin for a stepdad. And we could never thank you girls enough.
You're welcome, but wasn't Max like a good father to you guys?
Are you kidding me? We've been wanting to punish that pathetic excuse for a stepdad for years. But then Mom was so much in love with Max that she always got in the way by blackmailing us into silence.
Yeah, and we found Max's incarceration a perfect chance to disown Mom once and for freaking all, and she's been battling depression ever since, last we heard.
But anyways, wanna join us in visiting Jay in the hospital? He wanted to meet the 3 heroines who rid him of his toxic boss.
And after that, we'll treat you to dinner and frozen yogurt. How does that sound?
That's a swell idea. Come on, everybody. Let's go before the hospital closes. Hey, wait for us! Wait for us! We want ice cream too!